All right, so this is phase 2 for search MIP. I'm going to move fast through this and see if I can't get it done in one video, simply because most of it's very similar to DSA. It's just not, there's a few intricacies, so I'm going to move pretty quick through this one. So same as DSA, there is no business name, so we don't need to look that up. We're just going to use the listing name for the campaign. So we're going to pull up a fresh copy of facts, and I'm doing this off screen. But essentially that's the facts file with the budget. I'm going to do a quick index match to find the budget. Match it to the CID. I'm going to find the fourth column and grab that. It's really loud. Okay, so there's the budget. Same thing, I'm going to grab, there's a different file, which is also in those files, which is the search MIP cat code account mapping. Okay, same thing as the DSA, except that it is for the search MIP accounts. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it here, index match. All right, I'm going to match the category code against the list. Grab the third column. Same thing here, if there are any NAs, general business search MIP, which is on the original list as well, it's going to be what we use. Find the NAs. So that means usually it's the unknown ones, so no problem. Just find the general business search MIP. And then for the campaign name, same thing. We're going to concatenate. I'm just going to go line by line, or row, column by column, so this will be a little quicker. Concatenate the CID with the hard-coded hyphen, and then the listing name instead. This is the only difference here is we do listing name instead of business name. For the ad group is just going to be the category name. Okay, so no concatenation needed. We literally just move the category name over. And I'm going to drop down that campaign fill. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get rid of my lookup table here. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to grab the account campaign ad group, same thing, make a new list. Control find, I'm going to replace ampersand with %26. Then I'm going to replace spaces, spaces with plus signs, replace all. Excellent. I'm going to take those off my temporary sheet and paste them back in under URL account, URL campaign, URL ad group. Delete my temp sheet. Okay, so this next one is a little different. So the description is going to be hard-coded in for every single one regardless. It's find everything you need on Yellow Pages. That's the description no matter what. So we make sure that is done like that. Head 1 and Head 2, these are lookups. So we're going to use the headline copy search MIP. I'm going to paste that into the same doc. I got used to pasting into the same doc because when we were first doing this, we built like 50,000 campaigns this way. So I got used to just keeping it in the same doc so that it was faster. Probably not necessary with only a couple hundred, but habits are habits. Okay, so I'm going to do this one off the category code, which is in column L. And, put that over here. I'm going to grab them in headline 1, so the second column. And I'm also going to copy that formula and put it into the third. Match the third column. So this gives me headline 1, headline 2, just like my lookup table. Fill that in. I don't know where that has keywords thing came from, so I'll delete that. Same thing here. We need to find a way, and there's actually a lot of them here. That's right. Same thing here on DSA, right? I want to be able to add to this headline copy search MIP. I want to be able to add to this document. so I needed to look for, probably 5,000 lines, or just do a count on the number of rows that are present. But then same thing, if it's not applicable, if it's not here, then we need to go ahead and delete it. I'm going to do something here real quick that does not need to be, however you want to accomplish the deletion is fine, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to do it on a temp sheet real quick. Sort by NA. And then just any line that has NA, I'm just going to take out. There we go. Okay, now since I deleted it all at the same time, I should be good here. Let's go back and just paste it in. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So now all my NAs on, that was headline 1 and headline 2. Make sure I got yeah, if it has headline 1, it should have headline 2 and vice versa. Looks good. Okay. Okay, perfect. So that's headline 1 and headline 2. Again, just delete anything that's not NA, but I do want to be able to reference as many, up to 5,000 lines here. Your keyword is your category code. So manual builds, it makes it easier. I usually copy and paste over. However you want to do that, it's easiest for you. There we go. Tracking template, same idea. You'll have a different version though on this sheet because it's slightly different. We're also using final URLs. This is not a tracking template necessarily. This should actually say final URL because that's what it is. Okay, so the way we're going to build this, and I'll send this over to you, is concatenate. And I'm going to grab the MIP, so that's column G. It's the first part, the regular part of the URL that'll get you there, and then the rest is tracking. So AA is the first part, which has the query parameter in it. After that, I need category code, which is in column L. Okay, next, and this is going to be very similar to what we did before, AB, and I need the account, URL account, so column R. AC. On this one, I need the campaign. Ad group, absolute reference. You'll see I'm doing the same thing. Every other one is either an absolute or a relative. This one just starts with a relative instead, a relative reference. So I think it was on campaign. Nope, I already do campaign. So ad group. There we go. And then that's where it ends for this one. We don't have any keyword. The rest of this is, let me make sure it came out right. Doesn't look right. Oh, never mind. AD is actually where it ends. All right, let me make sure that looks right. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, so basically this, you see, unlike DSA, the ad group is null, the keyword is null, match type is always broad, and the level is high, ad level is high, so it doesn't matter. So it's really only these three. It's the G3, which is the MIP URL in column G, then move on to the absolute reference in AA, and then just follow along, right? Cat code URL account campaign. In fact, I'll delete that because that doesn't matter. So it's really just these three: cat code, URL, account, all that, and then this final thing that goes on it. So it starts with an absolute reference and just goes from there. I'll send this one to you though, or send you the file with it, the formula already in there. On that file for search MIP, I'm probably just going to drop, just going to put this one in there, the concatenate, because pretty much everything else is a lookup, right? I mean, the campaign's a concatenate, but that's easy enough. You do that on DSA, so that should be fine. Okay, so now I'm going to drag this up. Oops. Drag this up and go down. Okay. There we go. And that is it. Relatively easy. Okay, I'm going to pause this, and then I'll show you how to do phase 3, which is putting this inside the bulk sheet, which was a little bit different than DSA, but the same idea.